everyone, this is Lava from Sisters of Alchemy. Welcome to my channel, and today's video is a pick a card video. So that means that you choose one of these piles, you can pause the video, see which one stands out to you the most, and then I will have timestamps down below for you to skip ahead to your pile. Alright, so let's get started with pile number one. Okay, so pile number one, we've got the Page of Cups, the King of Swords, and Five of Swords. So what this is really saying to me is that the Page of Cups is telling me that there is some sort of a new beginning. It could be a birth, it could be the birth of a new project. It could be the start of a new business. So the King of Swords is the type of person who would have their own business, very entrepreneurial type of person, and very no nonsense, down to business is what I'm really feeling from this. And even if you look at what's happening on the cards, there's a lot of gray in the background here, and then there's gray clouds. So and then on our Five of Swords, there's also these sharp gray type of clouds in the sky. And so I'm feeling that there's maybe a little bit of uncertainty that's happening around the start up of this, or moving into this new project. Maybe you're feeling like you don't know everything that you need to know yet, or as the Five of Swords suggests, there's some sort of conflict. So whether it is an inner conflict that you have within yourself, again, this is a general reading, so there could be a lot of options here for different people. So this could be an inner conflict that you have about either should you do something on your own, should you step out there and put yourself out there. Again, do I know enough about what I'm trying to do? Do I have any experience? Who am I to go out on my own? Or you could have some sort of conflict of others around you. There could be some sort of conflict of you going out on your own. If you are, say, wanting to start a business that's based on the same thing of where you work now. Or it just could be that you have such crazy ideas and all of your friends and family are thinking you're nuts for wanting to go out on your own, especially at a time like right now. I mean, whenever this is, when you watch this, there's all kinds of reasons why people suddenly get afraid when someone's going to start something new. And I just keep feeling that I get a really good feeling about starting something new, and one of the reasons that shows me that is there's also a lot of blue happening in this card. And blue has, there's a number of things that blue, the color blue means for me, and it's a healing color for one, so I feel like you starting this new project or new business or going, out on a new step for yourself, on a new path for yourself, I really feel like it would be a healing experience for you, or a growing experience, and really be setting up a new life for yourself. So it's going to be worth whatever the risk and conflict might be, but if it's the inner conflict that is the issue right now, then you just need to be able to really get through those issues within. And so depending on what your inner conflict is, you need to be able to know that if this is the energy of you starting out something, then look at this energy. This person they're in a throne. They have a very profound presence. They have experience. They have the know-how. They're very TCB, take care of business. They don't mess around. I would say then that you want to just do really good work, do it honestly, and be able to deliver on what it is that you're trying to do. So that's a really good mindset for someone who wants to start something new. There's also other people in the background of this card here with the Five of Swords. So this can show some sort of victory, and maybe the others don't quite get it just yet. And that's okay. They don't have to get it. It's your success in the end that's going to change everyone's mind. If it's your own inner conflict, then maybe you just can't see everything, like the gray clouds are suggesting to me, and the gray sky, suggesting that maybe you don't see everything you need to know just yet about how to go about doing it, or all the pieces fitting in together. There's a little bit of gray, there's a lot of gray in this one too, about gray areas, about, sort of it's veiled, it's unseen. Maybe you're not sure of all the pieces yet, and that's perfectly fine. So let's add a couple of cards to see if this adds a little bit more insight. So we have, we have nothing is set in stone, a mutable moon, and then we have the waxing crescent moon, which is have faith in your dreams. So again, I think the gray that was showing up in the cards is fitting into the mutable moon, which nothing is yet set in stone. And so that's really good place to be, because then it means that if you've got some sort of inner conflict here, or conflict with others outside of you, that, don't have faith in your dreams. Don't give up on this idea yet, because nothing is set in stone. So it means that things are always shifting, things are always changing, and it's not a done deal yet. So the missing pieces, if there's missing pieces for you, they can still come together and fall into place, and you can still get the answers that you're looking for. So clearly, Spirit wants you, your spirit guides want you to have faith in your dreams. And so this is very encouraging looking to me, that they want you to stay with it and keep figuring out what it is that you do want, and be clear about that. So sometimes we have to get really clear and define what it is that we want, start defining some of the details around it as well. And maybe that's part of the confusion part yet. Maybe because you're not sure about everything that you want, and so it's causing the gray areas. It's causing the little bit of unknown. And that's okay, as long as you stick with it and decide, this is what I want. You can use this energy of this card to get the job done. And things are still going to stay flexible with you. You can see here, like the tides are still going as well. So things are coming in and tides are going out, and it's all shifting and changing. And so you still, let's say then you still have some time to figure it out, but let yourself really think about, what is it that I really want? And let yourself ask yourself from the perspective of knowing that anything is possible. When we have faith in our dreams, it means that we do believe that anything is possible. And when you're going to start something to really be successful in whatever the project or business is, or even just starting out in a new life for yourself, all of those things, being able to come from a place that says, I believe anything is possible, really sets you up for the most success possible. Let's add a few more cards. Oh, wow. So we have, this looks good. We have magical powers. That's pretty nice. We have harvest. And we have organization. So it really feels like you've got some real flair for what it is that you want to do and some real manifesting ability here. So if you really, are in harvest mode and meaning really gathering everything that you know and can put towards this, your skills, your know-how, all of the, also the desire that you have towards this, and you're gathering all of these things together, and now organize it. Okay, so now let's get a bit of organization happening. So you're planning and being able to, again, define exactly what it is that you want, because your spirit guides are here to help you do these things. They're here to help you get this going. So I think they really do appreciate organization. I'm pretty sure all spirit guides appreciate organization, because when you're organized, you can be very clear. And that's what they need from you. They need clear intention in your energy and really set. So if you're going through everything that you have to put towards it, to put into this, and then organizing your thoughts and organizing a process and maybe trying different things out, then when you're in a process that is moving towards making it happen, that's when spirit can come in. That's when they can suddenly make the impossible possible. That's when they can suddenly make things that you didn't even know could happen for you come on your path and happen for you. And that's a little bit of magical powers as well. So magical powers to me really speaks of your magical power towards what it is that you want to do, but then also magical powers is really speaking to me about spirit's ability to help you. And it does kind of feel almost like by magic that suddenly everything comes together. So I would definitely encourage you to move forward on what it is that you want. But go ahead and make your decisions. Think about it. What do I want with this? And be organized with it as well. So then your last card that we have here, oh wow, is the Sun. So you have the Sun energy with you, which that is big energy. So there's the golden energy of the Sun brings fame and fortune. So that sounds pretty darn successful for whatever it is that you want to start moving towards and putting out there. So I think that's a pretty good sign from your spirit guides that you should move forward. Maybe you've got a bit of work to do still, so make your decisions, organize your thoughts, organize what you want it to be, plan some things out, get a little bit of planning going, because it puts you in mode. So even before something becomes something, in our planning stages, it's still lots of opportunity there for spirit to use their magical powers and help you along the way and bring in whatever's missing, whatever you can't see yet. We're not meant to see everything from the beginning. It's the journey of building something that really teaches you the most. All right, so that's all I have for you today. So I hope that you got lots from that about what your spirit guides are telling you. Okay, pile number 2. What we have for you here is we have the Moon. And so we have the Moon, the Chariot, and Page of Swords. So with the Moon, I'm getting the feeling that there's a bit of unknown happening here for you. So I'm feeling that maybe you're feeling uncertain about what you're doing or what to do next, or a choice to make. There's a bit of uncertainty, and we've got 2 dogs here under the Moon, and then there's also 2 pillars here as well. So I'm feeling like there's possibly a little bit of duality happening within you. Maybe outside of you as well. There might be some sort of duality happening, but I'm really feeling like inside there's an internal duality happening, that you're having trouble reconciling your feelings inside. And so you're feeling uncertain about how to move forward or what direction to take maybe in your life, or you might be trying to decide between two different things, two different courses of action, two different something. And then we have the Chariot, and this can really mean taking off and going for something. I'm feeling here like it's referring to a change in direction. So I'm feeling that you're having a bit of conflict inside about changing direction or choosing something new, or figuring out, say, the internal conflict that's happening in order to be able to choose a direction to move in. And again, now we have two of these sphinxes in here as well. And so we have, I'm feeling the balance that's happening here, but again, one's white, one's black. So there's some opposites happening. And so you might have these two sides of you pulling inside, trying to figure out what way do I go, what choice do I make. And the Chariot card is really saying that you do need to face these things. You do need to make some sort of a decision and grab the reins and then be able to start moving in a direction. And so you might be feeling the pressure of that then as well. But I'm also feeling that with the Chariot and with all of this wonderful yellow background that has so much optimism to it, that you have the ability to do this. You have the ability to make a decision and figure out which way you want to go. Then we have the Page of Swords that to me is really feeling like there's impatience. So I'm feeling that you're impatient about how to choose which way to go or how to reconcile what's happening inside, the internal conflict here. And so maybe you're trying too hard. You might be trying too hard to figure things out. And perhaps when we try too hard, sometimes we end up just mixing ourselves up even more than where we started, when we're making the decisions so important. So on one hand, the Chariot is saying you need to be able to grab the reins and go in a direction. However, what happens in this card is this person is driving the Chariot with confidence. So you're going to need to be able to get some self-confidence or more confidence, or get some sort of, again, internal conflict worked out inside you so that you can move forward confidently. Because Page of Swords is making me feel like it's not completely confident about what you should be doing or what to choose. But you are feeling the pressure. I feel like these dogs that are barking at the moon. And there's also like a lobster or something in there too. And so there's this pressure there that is making you try too hard in your decision about what you should do. Let's add a couple of cards to see what that brings. Okay, so we have Waning Moon, what do you need to release? And we have Full Moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. So definitely, if you've got some sort of conflict happening, or that they're just that things you can't quite see, right? Because the moon can also really be illusion and that things are veiled. You can't see everything. So it's hard to make a decision when you can't see everything that you need to see. But perhaps in being able to figure out what it is that you need to see, then maybe there is something that you need to release. So it can be that you need to, this card can be suggesting that in choosing a direction, one of those directions, there's something that does need to be released. Maybe you have a real inner conflict about being able to feel strong enough to release that. Perhaps the impatience or uneasiness that's going on is around whatever it is that does need to be released. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to make the decision, or a lot easier for you to get in the chariot and move forward confidently. So then your spirit guides are asking you this question: what do you need to release? Because I'm really feeling like you do know what you need to release in order to be able to make your decision and move forward. Then they're also telling you to look at the bigger picture. So being able to stand back, look at the bigger picture. Some of the decisions that we need to make in life can be really challenging, because sometimes we have circumstances in our lives that are not always for our highest good, but we've put ourselves there, or we're in certain relationships, or we're at certain jobs, and we feel like we can't let go of it. And it's, whatever the circumstances are, it's very tough to let go of it. So I'm really feeling from your spirit guides that they're reminding you that there is something that does need to be released. But I'm feeling like you're having a tough time because maybe you don't know exactly how you feel, or maybe there's just a lot of conflict around all of your emotions towards it, or maybe there's information that isn't clear to you yet, because the moon can have all of those types of issues come with it. But if you look at the bigger picture and you stand back, again, being able to pick out the things in your life of what's really good for you and what is holding you back, or what keeps you from living as your full self. These are the things that really tell us what should stay in our life and what should be released. And sometimes it's very difficult to release these things, but they really do hold us back. And then the feelings that you would have around the Page of Swords card, which are, say, maybe wanting to move forward, wanting to get in this chariot and take off and go, and feeling impatient about it. But the impatience is happening, and if you're not moving forward and you want to, if that's happening, it's because you haven't released what does need to be released. So you need to think about that for yourself. Let's add a few more cards. Okay, so we have glamour. Then we have sensuality. And we have friendship. So that's very interesting. Now, depending, this is a general reading, so it can apply in a lot of different ways for different people. But what I'm feeling with this, since your spirit guides are trying to help you figure out what you're trying to do direction-wise and give you advice on that, then with the glamour, and they're showing this person looking into a mirror. So I kind of really like that it's next to the moon card, because it's hard to see ourselves clearly when we have this moon card effect happening in our lives, and it feels like we can't see. So we have seeing ourselves. I'm feeling with this card, the glamour card, it's really more about the picture right now, and seeing ourselves, maybe seeing ourselves the way we would like to, or not liking what we see in ourselves, And then we have the sensuality card, which to me is feeling that if how you see yourself is part of the equation of what's troubling you or making things difficult to be able to know how to move forward or what direction to take, that you're trying to go in. The sensuality card is really, I feel, speaking to you being able to know yourself better and maybe appreciate yourself better. And so how I'm feeling these two cards coming together is that by really looking at yourself honestly and being able to begin to appreciate some of what you have that you haven't been able to see before. Appreciate the person you are. There might need to be appreciating. It might be about something else or someone else in your life, but I am really getting a sense that maybe for most of you, this would be towards yourself. But then we have the friendship card. This can, of course, suggest that all of these feelings of being able to feel close and appreciate yourself or perhaps somebody else, which then could be the friendship card. The friendship card could also be related towards yourself in terms of then, of course, learning how to be a better friend to yourself as well. So I'm feeling about it's about how you see yourself, being able to have, just in general, a nicer view of yourself. Maybe you need to not be so tough on yourself. The Page of Swords again, where it's talking about the possibility of trying too hard. Maybe you're also really tough on yourself, and that makes it hard to figure out a good direction because it's cutting down your self-confidence. You need the confidence in this chariot that this chariot card has in order to move forward. So that might be something you need to release as well, is an old view of yourself, and literally learn how to become a better friend to yourself and be able to see the good points in you, be able to see yourself a little more positively so that you can have more confidence in yourself. Because I'm really getting the sense then if this is about you, then you're being too hard on yourself and you need to be gentler to yourself. You need to ease up on yourself a little bit. You need to enjoy, your own ideas. You need to be able to appreciate your own ideas. You need to be able to appreciate the image of who you are. It could be the physical image, of course, but even just as a person, who you are. And let's take a look at the last card here. So, okay, well, you have power symbol. So I'm really liking that. I'm definitely liking that. It's going to go right over top of the chariot card. So the power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. So then this really suggests to me that your spirit guides want you to be able to take better care of yourself. And that means inside and out. So mentally take better care of yourself. If you're being much too hard on yourself, then you have to ease up. You have to be able to maybe release some of these old patterns that are holding you back. And being able to claim your power by being able to see yourself a little bit differently and have a newer view of yourself. Perhaps the old way of seeing yourself is just these old patterns that may not even be your own beliefs and ideas anyways. A lot of the time how we see ourselves is based on how we think other people see us because of how we get treated. And so if you've had treatment in the past that's made you feel like you're not a good person or you're not attractive or there's something wrong with you, then you definitely need to release those old thoughts because they're not true and they're not They're not even your thoughts. So you don't want to be carrying that around, because what does it do? It tears down your confidence. And so you need to really claim your power symbol. You need to take really good care. Take care of yourself physically as well, because when we take care of our bodies physically, so again with the glamour card as well, and to protect the physical body, when you are taking care of yourself, it really does help you improve your own self-image to yourself. It does help you improve. You can become a better friend to yourself by taking good care. So you need self-care as well. So you need to be able to ease up on yourself and let go of these old ways of thinking that are cutting you down and cutting down your self-confidence. You can't move forward in your life in any direction without being able to move forward confidently. And so, that's what I believe your spirit guides really want to be able to tell you, is that when you can achieve some of these things and lighten up on yourself, begin to appreciate yourself more, take better care of yourself, because you want to honor the person that you are and have a better appreciation for all that you can do, the person that you are, and all your abilities, then you're going to be able to move forward. So release these old thoughts, release these old ways of approaching yourself, and you'll have a much easier time moving forward, getting into this chariot position and being able to confidently sail into the next stage of your life. All right, so that's all I have for you here. I hope that you got some good insight from that. Okay, so here for group number 3, pile number 3, we have the 7 of Wands, the Hermit, and Queen of Pentacles. So what these cards are saying to me is, with the 7 of Wands, I'm getting the sense that there is some sort of power struggle that's going on in your life. This could be a relationship, a love relationship. It could be a business relationship. It could be a family relationship. But there's some sort of power struggle that I feel like is really stressing you out. It's giving you a really hard time. And you need to be able to, as the Hermit here is showing me, that you need to be able to take some time for yourself, or take some time alone. Get away, find ways to be away from the situation so that you can then shine this light on the situation to get a much better, clearer look and an idea of what's really happening here. Because, I mean, look at all these wands coming at you. You feel like that whoever this situation is this power struggle is with, then if it's more than one person or even just one person, it feels like it's coming at you from all angles. So you want to be able to step away from this situation. Find whatever way that you can do that. Be by yourself and shine some light on that situation so that you can really see the truth of it. You need to be able to see your truth so that you can make a good decision, so that you can come to the peaceful place inside of you that knows what you should do about this situation. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is showing me then that if this is you, then this is the person that is very nurturing and wants to take care of everyone. Perhaps you want to help out everybody, and that's wonderful of you, but obviously in this situation, this is only like tearing you down. It's keeping you too stressed out, and you can't sustain that. So if this is a relationship, whether it's business or personal, like love relationship or business relationship, you can't sustain this. So you're never going to feel like the peace that's happening in this card here, this peace and tranquility and total contentment that's happening here. You're never going to feel this, even though this is what you are and what you're capable of. You're never going to feel this by staying in this power struggle. So your spirit guides are telling you, you really need to take some time alone and isolate yourself away from the situation and shine some light, shed some light on the truth of this situation. Really give yourself some space away from the anxiety that you're feeling there, so that you can begin to see the situation clearly, see what you need. And that's what you have to do. You have to be able to factor in what you need as a person, and not just be thinking about everybody else like this person loves to do, and always put everybody else first. So whatever kind of situations you might have, that might not even be a power struggle, but there might be almost like a power struggle inside you because of whatever situations that you have that are feeling too stressful, feeling too much. And, you might be even just running yourself ragged, taking care of everybody else and not taking care of yourself. But depending on the severity of this situation, no matter what, because this is a general reading, so this could be all kinds of different things for different people. But whatever this situation is, definitely your spirit guides want you to look closely at what is really happening here to you. Look at the truth. Be truthful with yourself, because when you can make some good decisions by being truthful and seeing clearly, not being in denial. Okay, so this is all gray, and with one light shining, and it's shining right towards this situation or this person or this relationship, this power struggle or whatever is the anxiety stressing you out. The light is being shone there so that you can see the reality, see the truth. If you're in denial, you need to be able to come out of denial and be honest, because it's the only way you're going to get to this peace and calm and happiness. It's all beautiful happiness here. So let's add a couple of cards and see what your guides are saying. Okay, so whatever the situation is, we have new moon in Aquarius, which is bring love into the situation. So that's perfect. Then we also have fixed moon, which is hold your vision. Okay, so then these two cards are really going along with this Seven of Wands for me. So this stressful situation, they're saying to this, you need to bring love into this situation. So when you can isolate yourself, so get some time alone, be able to be away from the situation and shine a light on it so you can see your truth, then you'll be able to see that you need to bring love into the situation in order to make things better for yourself, in order to change the situation, in order to release the anxiety that you're feeling. So you need to, if you're not considering yourself enough, like not having your own voice heard, something like that, because you're always concerned about how the other person's feeling. If you are not having your own voice heard, then you need to bring love into the situation for yourself. You need to be considering yourself in this situation. And then hold your vision. So this person here in the conflict, in the fight, the disagreement, in the power struggle, whatever it is, whatever this stressful situation is, they're trying to hold their position here. They're trying to hold everyone off. You need to be able to hold your vision of what you want. So hold your vision is also sitting here on the Queen of Pentacles card, which is the peaceful, calm scene here, the place of serenity. And this is where you want to be, because nobody wants to live in this stress. Nobody can sustain that. And so you really need to bring love into the situation for yourself. You need to consider yourself. You need to take this time to figure out, see the situation truthfully, clearly, and then really look at how you feel. Do you want to live like that, or do you want to live like this? And most likely you want to live like this, so you have to consider yourself more. Again, I know that you probably want to take care of and consider everyone else's needs first, and that might be your patterns of how you are in most of your relationships and even at work. But your spirit guides are telling you that you're not considering yourself enough. And even with this situation, if this is a stressful situation with someone that you really care about and someone that you love deeply, then your spirit guides are also reminding you that by bringing love into the situation, it's always going to make every situation better and lighter. So love is always going to cut down on anxiety and stress. Bringing love into a situation means that you are approaching this situation from a place of love inside, from a genuine place of love. But it has to be, you have to be considering yourself, and you have to have a strong stance in yourself and know who you are in order to not be drawn in to the arguments or drama or whatever the stress is, whatever the anxiety is in this situation. So love heals everything for all of us. Love always heals everything. You need to be more loving towards yourself so that you can be stronger in yourself and stronger to be honest with yourself, and also stronger towards whoever this person is or whoever these people are. Your voice needs to be heard. Caring for yourself needs to be just as important as caring about everybody else. So you need to definitely bring love into the situation, and you need to hold your vision. So holding your vision about what you want. If this peace and calm and being considered equally to everyone else is what you want, which is what you should want. I really believe your spirit guides want you to want this for yourself, and you need to hold that vision and believe that I can have this. And if I take a loving approach, meaning that you are showing that love towards yourself, it means that you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for what you believe in, and you don't have to be nasty to anybody to stand up for what you believe in. So it doesn't mean that you have to be mean to anybody. It just means that you're not going to keep perpetuating this situation. That means that you're ready to either release the situation or have like a really, really good communication about it. Whatever truth you find out by looking closely at it, whatever truth you find out about what this situation actually really needs to help bring peace, that's what love will do for you. Let's add a few more cards here and see what else that they have to say. Okay, so we have, this is good, we have the grace card. So we definitely need grace. And then we have passion. This one's going to go here. And we have destiny. So definitely in being able to calm down the situation for yourself, you do, and bring love into it, you do want to approach everything with a sense of grace. And that's exactly what I was meaning by standing up for yourself and recognizing that your needs are just as important as anybody else's. So then we have passion here, okay? So passion can be, of course, love passion, and passion for somebody else. But there's also your own passions. And to me, this spread was really saying to me that your needs have not been held as important as somebody else's or other people's. And so I'm feeling here that in being more loving towards yourself and thinking of yourself more, then you are recognizing your own passions as well. And, maybe whatever the situation is, if this is a love relationship that's giving you a lot of stress, maybe then the person is not considering your passions. It could be passions in life, not just passion in the love sense, but your passions in life. And so then maybe that allows you to not think of your own passions as well. But our passions in life really define who we are and where we want to go with ourselves in our lives, what kind of life we want to have. So that has to be considered. And that would be part of holding your vision. Whatever it is that you really want, these passions that you have that help bring you peace, you want to hold your vision on those and know that it's possible. You want to move through the situation. You want to move through either this or away from this situation with grace by bringing love into the situation. Make your moves with grace, because it's going to be, if this is a volatile situation or gets really stressful, being graceful through it is also exactly what you need to calm things down. If it's another person or other people, you want to keep them calm and that situation calm by being graceful instead of poking the bear all the time and making that more stressful, making it worse. You want to be graceful. You really want to consider yourself. I really feel like your spirit guides are saying that you want to consider your own needs more, because that's part of the reason why there is a conflict, that there is argument there, that there is stress happening, because none of this of you, like what you really want out of life, is even being considered anymore. So you need to be able to love yourself more by standing up for yourself, considering your own self. What are your passions in life? And following through on those. Now, if this is a relationship or a job, then you might have to leave that in order to fulfill your passions and find your peace and calm. But the only way to move forward, you want to move forward gracefully, you want to hold more love for yourself, and you want to be able to hold your vision. So have faith in your ability to do this. And then we have the Destiny card. And the Destiny card is, of course, sitting right over top of this peaceful person and scene card. So that really is your destiny. And you are really setting up your destiny as well by what you choose. Whichever scenario here you're deciding to stay in, you really are choosing your own destiny. So if you are the co-creator of your destiny, then you definitely have the ability to go from this place to this place. So I really believe that your spirit guides want you to consider yourself more and let yourself move through the situation with grace. Hold strong in your vision to your passions, and that is your path to your destiny. That is your path to finding peace and calm in your life. Let's add in this last card here. So we have in 3 rays of light, and it is balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. So that's really perfect for what I feel like this is saying here, that if you're able to follow through with this, then you are going to bring peace and harmony into your life. And that means then that handling, bringing love into the situation. So holding love for the person or the people that there's conflict with, but staying strong in yourself, considering yourself, what do I really want? What do I want out of my life? What do I want out of this situation? And being able to move gracefully. It shows moving gracefully through a tough situation with someone. It also really shows that you're respecting yourself and them. And that is the best scenario. So your spirit guides want you to know that how you move yourself out of this stressful situation is going to make a huge difference in terms of you reaching your destiny. Because in learning how to move away from the stressful situation also means that you probably then will learn what you need to learn so you don't attract another stressful situation. So I really feel that this alone time is extremely important for you. And then to be able to recognize what your needs are. How do I want to live? How do I feel like I should be living? You want to be considered as much as everyone else. You should want that. And your spirit guides definitely want that for you. So they do want you to consider how you want to live your life. And you can move with grace and love. Have lots of faith in what it is that you want, because obviously you're a strong enough person. This Queen of Pentacles is a very strong person, like a self-made person, right? So you have all the tools that you need. You have everything you need to become successful. And she's quite content just being on her own. And perhaps that's what you really want. Perhaps you do just really want to be on your own right now. We have 2 cards here that suggest being on your own. You're taking time on your own to assess and really clearly see this. But this card is showing total content on their own. And so it shows then how strong you really are. You're such a strong person, and maybe you're not, even though you know it, maybe you're not allowing yourself to live that way. So your spirit guides really want you to bring yourself into your own equation here. Consider your own needs more, and then be able to bring yourself to your destiny. It is your destiny. You're a strong, loving person, and you deserve peace and happiness. So that's all that I have for you guys here today. If you enjoyed this video today, then you can hit the like button below and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video.